Hello everyone, welcome to next part of transverse monitoring. So in this video I'm going to explain you things which were left unexplained in my previous video. So first is AIS ARPA. When you click on AIS, all the AIS targets will go. If you want AIS targets in your screen, just click on AIS, all the AIS targets will come. Same as ARPA, which your vessels are not having AIS, you can track them using ARPA. ARPA click, ARPA unclick. So next is window is this window. So first way is AIS messages. If you want to read AIS messages which came to on your AIS, just click on AIS messages. Just read it. You can read through this screen without going to AIS station. Next is checklist. If you want to make some activity checklist for yourself, that I have to do this, make some passage or use a chart left to make, means for as a remembering checklist, you can make it through a checklist feature. Next is environment data. If you have feed through Navtex or some other device in your ACDIS, then you can get environment data directly to your screen. Tides, currents and everything, surface currents and all environment data you can get in this ACDIS. An Navtex feed is not there, so I'm not getting it. Next is manual fixing position, which is also called line of position. Three things are there in manual fixing: bearing, distance, bearing and distance. So if you want to get your manual fixing through two bearings, just click on bearing. Just enter the bearing which you have taken, and bearing, you just click on the bearing, suppose any bearing, name of the object through which you have taken the bearing, and apply. Or suppose I want to take so through distances, just put the distance, name of the object and apply. Or I want to take through bearing and distance, just click. Suppose I want to plot LOP from this land object. Okay, so bearing is 281, range is 6.36. so I just go put the bearing, just scroll the cursor or use your keyboard. So bearing is 261, enter. I put bearing 080, distance 6.85, just click on apply. So you will get this LOP from your position. You want to check the LOP, just go see one here, one LOP has been marked. I just zoom it more, so LOP has been marked. So in this way you can plot LOP. LOP plotting is very important in your arrival departure station, arrival departure, making some channel to confirm your position of GPS position through your visual fixing and bearing. So LOPs you can plot. So next option is navigator. Navigator option you switch on, you can get all headings, speed through water, course over ground, speed over ground, everything. So it will be a great help while maneuvering vessel through closed channels on traffic areas. So navigator feature can be used. Next is PI lines, with the parallel indexing lines. If you want to put PI lines, suppose you are passing your vessel between two land objects, so you can put PI. So it give you a safe marking distance from the land object. Suppose I want PI of 5 nautical mile from the land, from both side of the land. I put the PI, so line 1 on, and just PI activates. Okay, so I just turn your PI by changing your bearing and then set reset. So if you want to switch off your PI, switch off, switch on, switch off. Okay, this is parallel indexing lines. And now next is precision instruments. Precision instruments is simply when your vessel is making way, you can get speed ahead, your starboard speed, port speed and center speed, effect of currents on your vessel, whether it is drifting to the starboard or port, you can monitor, and ROT and radius of turn you can get through precision instruments. Next is route data. if some route is being loaded, passage plan is being loaded, you can select. Suppose I want to Yokohama pilot boarding ground, how many miles it is, how much time it will take, what best ETA I can get, so you can select through it. But so this is your route schedule, route data, and next is route schedule. So it is showing that distance to wheel over line is 18.4 nautical miles. So if schedule you can check in route data section. Next is sensor and data status. If you want to check your data status, sensor status and all, if time, lat, long, quality, satellites, it is capturing your GPS right now, 9 satellites, HDOP value, then station ID, RMS, then AIS VDL data also you can get. Source, what source is there through GPS, status is okay, COG, SOG and all you can get to sensors data status. So status of your sensors you can check through it. Then special purpose objects. If you see some special objects which is not updated in ACDIS, you can plot through it. Special purpose object, just add item and plot it. Now this is sun, moon, sunside and morning, sunrise, sunset, hotel timing, to what time toilet will start. This all you can feed through it. Sun, moon. Then if you want the system information, it will give the system information like drift, how much drift it is, current, true wind, relative wind and all this information you can get. Tide height, see I am in Tokyo right now, tide is 1.7 meter. So this all system information you can get through system. Then this is trial. This is called trial maneuver. Suppose I want to take an evasive action against any vessel. So I'm in doubt whether how many degrees I should alter my course. So I can choose this trial maneuver. Just add the target, which all target you want to do it, and then under your course alteration and speed, it will show your vessel's motion, how it will pass. It is a kind of great help while doing navigation in tight channels. Then this is target data acquisition, AIS, get AIS and all. You can get in the range of 12 nautical mile all the AIS targets I will get. CPA, TCPA, if you want to, suppose you want to change the CPA and TCPA limit, you can change through it in targets section. Activate AIS targets and put your CPA and TCPA limit, and you will get alarms if it will cross your set limits. So this window is being completed. Next is the task list. If I click on task list, various tasks are there. So if I click on AIS, I can put set my navigational status, cargo ship, destination, ETA. Means AIS dynamic and static data you can put through ACDIS in this AIS section. Messages, if I want to create a message, suppose testing AIS or something, I can get IMO special messages. If something I have in safety messages, related messages, if some vessel wants to interrogate or I want to interrogate into the AIS of that vessel, I can do through long range scanning, channel management and all. Means all AIS features you can access through this ACDIS. No need to go to AIS system. Next is charts. In the chart section you will get the information regarding your charts. Means general it is a chart auto load is on or off. Means chart auto load means if you zoom in zoom out it will auto load. Means if you switch off your auto load, the particular chart will only be open, but if you switch on your auto load, you zoom in zoom out, the charts will change automatically. Same as chart auto scale. If you click on chart auto scale, the chart will be in the best scale. You need not to be again set your chart. Next is layers. How much information your chart will show. Means by boundaries, prohibited areas and all. I have selected all these, so it will show all the information in my chart. Next is ENC. What kind of symbolization you want to symbolized or plain. Usually symbolized is being used, and how your symbols you want to be seen on chart. Paper chart or ENC chart symbols I have put on paper chart. You can put simplified or anything. Then it is 4 shades. Means 4 colors of depth pattern or shallow pattern. Scan in, I suppose I click on scan in, it will show the scale minimum. Then full light lines, highlight info, CATZOG, accuracy of the charts. If I click on CATZOG, the chart accuracy here is a 4-star. It means it is B class. So in this you can set your CATZOG limit, which is called accuracy of the charts. And then same way you can set your shallow contour, safety contour for your safety management. If you want to find out some chart, just put the chart number, click on find. If you want to load that particular chart, you can load also. Or if you want to see the by position your charts, click on by position. Regarding your position, it will show all the related charts. So this is your regarding your chart section. Next comes your configuration setting. Time zone. Suppose you are going from one time zone to another time zone, just click on it and change the time zone. Your system time will automatically change. This gives general information, time alarm, after how many minutes you want alarm. All these settings you can do as per your company manual and all. And then you get the this license info, units, ship settings, unit settings, what all units you want, knot, nautical mile, meter. So you can select units accordingly. Then your ship settings, route settings, CCRP position. This all you can do through this configuration. Next is manual correction. If you want to add some manual correction, just simply click on add object, select your symbol line, or suppose I select this symbol, I click on add object, and where you want to put, just put. The object will be added to the screen. It is a very simple thing. Manual updating it is called. When charts are not being updated and you received some important update, you can do manual updating. Next is maps. This section is for creating your user maps. If you want to create new user map for your passage planning, just click on here, click on create new map, and then you add shapes, line, text and all you accordingly, and then save it. The user map will be saved and you can load it in your passage plan. This section is for mapping. Next is monitoring section. In monitoring section, route monitoring, what all information you want, headlines, COG vector, heading vector, ship by contour, cross track radius, wheel overline, or what all information you want. How much time your actor should plot information every 10 seconds, 30 time label, how much you want, for how many hours it should store your track. Suppose I have to. So all this information you can get in route monitoring. Then safety alerts, you can put your safety frame, which is usually called that look ahead settings. You can put look ahead settings, so ahead, ports and starboard, and your safety parameters. And your alert areas, which all areas you want alert on your address. If you are passing through some PSSA or traffic separation zone, you will get the alerts. Or additional areas which all you want to select or deselect, you can do it. Then same navigational alert. If suppose you want to drop anchor and maintain anchor watch, so simply just put your vessel's length, number of cables you are putting down, depth of the chart, safety margins you want, and click on use of anchor 1 and select your alert ring. Calculate your safety ring, means your swinging circle, put the value and just click on select and put the use whichever anchor you are using, anchor 1 or anchor 2, and your anchor watch will start and you will get alarm if your vessel will go out of that swinging circle. Next is overlays. So AIO, basically it is Admiralty Information Overlay, TNP correction. So while passage planning, AIO should be switched on so that you can get all the information regarding navigational warnings or some job has been done. And while monitoring, it is recommended to please switch off AIO because it will be too much information overlaid and you get less space of getting the information regarding the objects. So while passage planning, switch on the AIS, mark all the dangers and switch it off when in monitoring section. So this is AIO layer section. Next is route planning. So loading, unloading, creating a route. If I want to create a new route, just click on new, create the new route. One day this, like this, create the new route and save it. When I click on save it, the route will be saved and your passage plan is ready. And then go to your map section and put the user maps, lock it with your passage plan, and you are done. So if I want to load some route which has been made earlier, just click on go to load route, just click on the route and click on monitoring. The route will be in monitoring mode. So suppose this is the route and I want to start my user map. Just click on, you go to map section, from here maps, select the map and right click, then monitoring. The map, user map will get locked to that passage plan and you can start monitoring. So passage planning, user monitoring, I have explained in very short. It is very easy, anyone can do it. Next is sensors. Your heading sensor, speed sensor, echo sounder sensor, all these sensors information. Primary is GPS 1, secondary DR position, EP if your both GPS fail. If your position is offset, my GPS is not showing correct position and you have manually calculated, you can set the offset also, how much minutes it is your GPS is offset in sessions. Next is targets, AIS targets, tracks, RPAS. So all these you can select. So this is AIS targets have been selected. All these AIS vessels, their information you can get in one row. No need to go select different targets. Just click on target section and your targets near to you will get. See how many targets that is required. So as much as target information you can get, you can get it without individually selecting every target. Just click on target section and you will get information regarding all targets. And if you want to select color pattern for particular target, suppose red for navy, blue for cargo ship, you can select the color pattern also. Next is tasks. In task section, this is search and rescue. Suppose there is a man overboard and you want to start a search pattern. Just put your common search point where you are starting your search, then drift and then set rate and start your search pattern. So if I put the position, drift, set and everything, then I select the what search pattern I want, spanning square, parallel tracks, what such a pattern, and I save, then I can monitor that search pattern. Next is tides. Tidal information regarding any port you can get through it. And very good feature in this like this is port. In this, suppose you don't want to know where the particular port is, just click go to port, select it has many list of ports. Suppose I don't know where this Karga is, I click on Karga, it is in Philippine island. I want to go to that particular position, click on highlight. So this is Karga. So while passage planning, it is a very important and useful feature of getting information regarding any port. So I have explained you all the features regarding task lists, these features. Now in my next video I am going to explain you regarding chart updating, ENCs, permit loading, importing exporting routes, importing exporting reports, maintaining your ENC charts. All this information I am going to give you in my next video. Stay tuned. It's a great appreciation, and so that I can make more and more videos and help my fellow mates in navigating their ship safely. So take care, bye bye, stay safe and do subscribe. Thanks a lot, bye bye.